Good afternoon. On behalf of the faculty, the staff, and the entire university community, I'm honored to welcome you to our first ever Graceland virtual commencement ceremony. I'm Dr. Patricia Draves, the president of Graceland. Please be seated comfortably in your living room or wherever you are as you enjoy this celebration of our graduates, you the graduates of Graceland University. First, I want to acknowledge that we're all disappointed that you're not able to do this in person. Honestly, it's heartbreaking. When we put together the graduation celebration video last April, we all envisioned that we'd be together in October. We know that nothing can replace an in-person commencement. However, we're doing our best today to have a virtual experience that is meaningful, rewarding, and of course, fun. When you remember your years at Graceland, I hope you remember all the years that you spent with us. Although the last few months didn't turn out the way we had all planned, don't let that define your Graceland experience or your future. You have done great things here at Graceland, and you have great things in store for you in your future. I know that if you could see me and I could see you through the computer screens or through your cell phones, I would see an amazing, diverse, and unique group of students, now graduates, and so many smiling faces of supported family members and friends out there celebrating your accomplishment with you today. We are delighted that you are here to share this special day for Graceland graduates and for the university. To begin our ceremony today, I'm calling on Graceland's Board of Trustees member, Michelle Waite, and proud Graceland graduate, to offer the invocation. Michelle?
Will you please pray with me? Our most kind and gracious God, we praise your name and we welcome your spirit here on this day and at this moment as we celebrate from Graceland University the graduating class of 2020. Surely we know this is not the day expected and anticipated when these students begin their Graceland journey. We recognize the sadness and loss felt of the missed experiences of donning the blue robes, of walking across the stage, and hearing the cheers from family and friends. But God, we know that it is okay to be disappointed and sad, and yes, for sure, you are there with us in this sadness. But because of and in spite of all that has happened in this 2020 year, we are joyful, hopeful, and inspired by this class. God, we know they will positively impact their families, their communities, and even the world as they carry the GU mission forward of being lifelong learners, of seeking wholeness through the pursuit of physical, mental, social, and spiritual development, and creating communities where the worth of all persons is based on your teachings of unconditional love and acceptance. God, at this time when nothing feels sure for these graduates, we know with a surety that your goodness and love will follow each of them and all of us gathered virtually here today. We know that your love is abundant and can bring peace into our hearts and the world. We ask your continued blessing upon these unique and beloved graduates of Graceland University. Let the Holy Spirit within each of them be their guide as they journey forward. Help them to remember that they always have a forever home at Graceland on the hill where the bonds of love hold sway. It is in your Son's name, Jesus, that we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Michelle. Today, we are honored to have a long-standing history of Graceland University that is established back in 1895. And in honoring today's graduates, we also recognize the traditions of inclusivity, of scholarship, faith, and community. Commencement is a time when students from Graceland many learning communities come together to celebrate their academic achievements. This ceremony recognizes all who have completed their degrees and all those have earned a strong academic record to earn those degrees. Graceland looks forward to a strong future for each and every one of you. We're confident that the values of learning, community, and wholeness will enable you to live a meaningful and productive life. As president, it is again my honor to welcome all of you to this important event in your lives and the life of the university. Dr. Ivan Joseph inspires people and teams to achieve more than they ever dreamed of. Ivan is proof that when we help others succeed, we do too. His TEDx talk has over 20 million views, which speaks to the impact of his work on people. Forbes named it one of the 10 best TED Talks about the meaning of life. As a professor and a soccer coach at Graceland, Ivan developed the soccer program from the ground up. In just 5 years, he led the men's and women's team to the #1 national rankings and helped the men's team win their first ever national championship. As a result, Coach Joseph was recognized by the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics as a National Coach of the Year in 2006. Until recently, Dr. Joseph served as a vice provost of student affairs at Dalhousie University, a 200-year-old major research university in Halifax, Canada. He leads the university's efforts to promote interconnectedness and belonging among a diverse student body that draws across the country and across the globe. On October 1st, just a few days ago, he began a new position as the Vice President of Student Affairs at Wilfrid Laurier University in Waterloo, Ontario. Along with being an in-demand speaker, consultant, and coach, Ivan contributes regularly to publications including the Huffington Post, the Globe, and the Mail. He's the author of a best-selling book, You've Got This, Mastering the Skills of Self-Confidence. Dr. Joseph has earned his BA in Physical Education and Health from Graceland University, of course, and a Master's in Higher Education Administration and a PhD in Sports Psychology. Please welcome proud alumni and board member, Dr. Ivan Joseph, as our first ever virtual commencement speaker. Ivan.
Hi folks, Ivan Joseph here, proud Graceland alumni coming to you as the Vice President Student Affairs at Wilfrid Laurier University in Ontario, Canada. Congratulations on graduating, and I hope you're enjoying this virtual ceremony. I know it's probably not the one you were hoping or you were expecting, but nevertheless, it's a celebration to kick you off on your next adventure. I want to share with you some thoughts that I was having as I was reflecting upon my time back on the Hill 30 years ago. In those 30 years, I've gone on to become a soccer coach, a director of athletics, and currently a vice president. And I can tell you every one of those experiences has been shaped by my time on the Hill. When I was a national soccer coach there at Graceland University, the relationships that I made and I formed have lasted me a lifetime. I fast forwarded it 10 years later and I became the director of athletics, working with high-performing teams, whether they be Olympians or NBA superstars. Every single thing I did to build a high-performing team came from my student life experience, my leadership experience, my time working with those great coaches that surround you at Graceland University. Fast forward to when I was rebranding and developing a new facility, and I thought about my time as a house president and what it was like to shape Orion House and develop those leaders. I share with you those experiences not to talk about the things that I've done in my 20 years, but to tell you how informed your liberal arts experience will be in shaping who you will become and how successful you will be as you leave Lamoni. It is a scary world out there. There's no doubt about that. There's going to be some ups, there's going to be some downs, there's going to be some things that will not quite hit you the way you expected it to be. But don't forget how successful you've been. You've persisted. You've had success here at Graceland University, and that success will prepare you for your next adventure. Lean on the people who helped get you here. The one thing I love about Graceland is that the relationships there are so intimate in that community. You find bonds there that will last you forever. These become your brothers, your sisters, your family. Don't lose sight of those friendships when you leave here. They will be the people that will set you up for success. No one ever does anything alone. My Graceland family is still my family. Friends forever. We have a saying now that we're long gone, and you probably still use it. But once a yellow jacket, always a yellow jacket. And if you're not in the athletics world, it's Graceland forever. All the best in your next adventure, my friends. Take care and stay well.
What an inspiring message. Thank you, Ivan. Each year, the Office of Academic Affairs awards 2 faculty recognitions, the Excellence in Scholarly Achievement and Exceptional Service. These prestigious honors are nominated by colleagues, decided on by a committee of faculty colleagues, and are typically awarded at the commencement ceremony. Since we couldn't do this in the spring, we gathered our mass faculty together to celebrate you and each other to honor their event. Here's what happened.
We're going to begin with the Scholarly Achievement and Service Awards. So for the first award, Excellence in Scholarly Achievement, we had 3 highly qualified nominees: Dr. Tony Chavala-Smith, Dr. James Gieselman, and Dr. Wilai Rajanasarat. I invite Dr. James Gieselman to join us here in front. Dr. Gieselman is a perfect example of a faculty member who's excited about research and just as excited about getting students involved in that research. As noted in his nomination letter, Dr. Gieselman's enthusiasm and ambition towards research and educational growth has been second to none. He grasps opportunities to give lectures and publish journal articles as well. While accomplishing all of that, he has managed to find the time to complete postgraduate training in the field of sport nutrition and sports chiropractic. Dr. Gieselman's commitment to collaborating with other professionals, publishing, and presenting, in addition to his desire and passion to get students involved in research, are why he deserves this accolade. Graceland proudly recognizes your scholarly achievements in presenting you with this award. Congratulations, James. For the Exceptional Service Award, we have 4 very deserving nominees: Dr. Dennis McElroy, Professor Max Pitt, Dr. Wilai Rajanasarat, and Dr. Kristen Seamuth Whaley. Professor Max Pitt, please join us in front. Max is the epitome of great service to the Graceland community and our Lamoni community and even other parts of the world. His giving goes far beyond the expectations of service for a typical faculty member. This heartfelt service is embodied in his contributions to the Ag Business Club, the Ag Advisory Board, managing Graceland's test plot, the Community Development Club, Ag Business and FFA Day on campus, the Ag Dinner and Auction, receiving a combined $100,000 in grants, volunteering with the Kansas City Chiefs, and so much more. I won't expand on all of these, but I will choose just this Kansas City Chiefs project as one example. For every Chiefs home game, Max gathers students and other volunteers in a van and takes them to Kansas City, where they spend 8 hours pushing wheelchairs for patrons who need that service. In response, the Chiefs give approximately $20,000 per year to Graceland's Community Development Fund. Those funds are then sent to Guatemala to build schools and buy computers for students. We're fortunate to have you as an ambassador of Graceland, and we recognize your outstanding service. Congratulations, Max.
As president of the Alumni Board, I take great pride in presenting the award for excellence in teaching. Each year, student voting determines the finalists for receiving this prestigious award, with the final decision being made by a committee of students and faculty. In addition to a framed certificate and an Apple Award that are being presented today, the Alumni Board will also provide a $1,000 stipend for professional development to the awardee. Because of the pandemic, I can't be there to present in person, so I'm turning it over to President Draves and Vice President Ray, who will present this year's award.
I am honored to have the opportunity to present this today. The three outstanding finalists for the 2019-2020 academic year were Dr. Kat Clifford, Dr. Jeff Draves, and Dr. Mandy Sims. All deserve our recognition. I'd like to invite Dr. Kat Clifford to come to the front to join us. Dr. Clifford has been a shining star on campus since her arrival in the fall of 2016. One of her students shared that Dr. Clifford's interest and dedication to her classes have made her one of the best teachers at Graceland. Obviously, this student is joined by many others in their thinking, since last year was the third year in a row that Dr. Clifford was a finalist for this award. Dr. Clifford earned her undergraduate degree from Oklahoma State University and her master's from Texas A&M University. She also received a master's with distinction and a PhD from the University of Birmingham in the United Kingdom. Dr. Clifford's teaching goal is to call students to be active participants in their learning, and she does this by building connections with her students. Her students appreciate that connection, and as one student expressed it, she has always shown a vested interest in helping all of her students succeed. She has encouraged, inspired, and taught me much about myself as a student. Another student declared, "Dr. Clifford always encourages me to push my mind and my abilities to the extremes of everything I can accomplish. Please join me in celebrating Kat Clifford, this year's recipient of the Alumni Award for Excellence in Teaching." Congratulations, Kat.
I want to share congratulations with Dr. Clifford, Gieselman, and Professor Pitt on earning the highest awards at Graceland. Your award is a recognition of your individual accomplishments, but it is also symbolic of the strong work of all the faculty at Graceland University, as well as their support of you in your accomplishments here. So to our finalists, my congratulations for your special recognition today on behalf of all your colleagues here today, your students, and the entire Graceland community. Graduates of the class of 2020. Working with these outstanding faculty, you have become proud Yellow Jacket graduates. So faculty colleagues that are here with me, our graduates that are with us virtually, and their families, please let's all congratulate our finalists and our award winners today. We now begin the formal conferral of degrees. This year's class brings the total number of four-year degrees awarded at Graceland since 1958 to 16,355. The total number of master's degree awarded since 1997 to 4,660, and the total number of doctoral degrees to 52. Baccalaureate degrees are being awarded today in 9 areas.
Graduates, because of your intelligence, hard work, perseverance, and the power of together,
You are about to graduate from Graceland University. This is what you've worked so hard for the last few years. Take time to breathe and enjoy this moment. You are becoming part of an elite group of people in the world with a college degree. We know from 100people.org that if the world were made up of 100 people, only 7 of them would have a college degree. Soak in your achievements and enjoy this celebration of your accomplishments. Will all candidates for the baccalaureate degrees please rise as your location allows? President Draves, I am pleased to present to you candidates from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, the C.H. Sandage School of Business, and the Edmund J. Glaser School of Education. They have been approved by the faculty of the university for the degrees Bachelor of Arts Honors, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science Honors, and Bachelor of Science, and their names appear on the official list of candidates. President Draves, in addition to their majors, these candidates have completed all other academic requirements for their respective degrees, and I have the honor of presenting them as the 123rd graduating class of Graceland University.
On the recommendation of the faculty of Graceland University, by the virtue of authority vested in me by the state of Iowa, and upon each of you who has met the requirements established by the university faculty, administration, and Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science Honors, Bachelor of Science, according to how you have been designated, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations which pertain thereto, and of which your diploma shall be forever testament. Candidates, if you are standing, please be seated.
During their years at the university, Graceland students distinguished themselves in many ways. On Commencement Day, we recognize those who have distinguished themselves in scholarship. Academic excellence is at the heart of a university's reason for being, and recognition of such achievement is appropriate at commencement. On the list of graduates in your program, you will find the names of those whose scholarship has been exceptional. All those receiving special recognition have completed at least 56 semester hours in residence. Those who graduate cum laude have achieved a cumulative grade point average ranging between 3.5 and 3.74. Students graduating magna cum laude have achieved a grade point average of 3.75 to 3.89. And students graduating summa cum laude have achieved a grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0. Each of these individuals is listed in the printed program and will be recognized on their photo when their name is called.
Graduates, this is the part you've all been waiting for. The moment that your child, your spouse, your parent, your relative, or your friend will virtually walk across the stage. Our wonderful Dean of Students, Dr. Dave Schall, will read the names of graduates in alphabetical order, and we will celebrate each of you with a photo as your name is called. Dave?
Hello, everyone. One of the greatest honors of my life is the opportunity that I have to be your Dean of Students. And even though we can't be here face to face during this moment, I want to let you know just how very proud I am of you, and that right now in this moment, I'm actually feeling this swell of joy and accomplishment and pride that I typically feel when I take the stage to read your names in front of a large group of people. And so I just want to say thank you for being a part of my life. Congratulations on this important milestone in your life. Josephine Veronica Ackland. Jordan Ryan Adams. Caitlin Marie Allen. Hallie Catherine Arnold. Julia N. Austin. Grant Joseph Bigelow. Dylan Yule Brazel. Alan Robert Brum. Brendan Marcus Busili. Ella Grace Buckner. Emma J. Burns. Cameron Jordan Carter. Rachel Joy Chavez. Cheyenne Jean Chesley. Morgan Lee Choate. Alyssa Marie Clark. Jeffrey T. Clark. Jenna K. Cole. Oscar Samuel Cortez Acosta. Claire Corinne Cross. William Cruz III. Tacey Anna Cummings. Tressa Elizabeth Cummings. Alexander Bradley DeHaan. Mark Andrew DePoto. Robert Donarski. Amanda Dowell. Lori Dew. Angela Nicole Duncan. Alyssa Shea Edelman. Tanisha Marie Lorene Elizabeth Edwards. Emily Ellen Elifson. Ashley Ian Craig Elliott. Amanda Lee Ewing. Tatiana Farfan de la Cascas. Claire Marie Farnsworth. Anthony William Ferguson. Stephen Fernandez. Pedelson Finda. Elena Finneran. Christopher Wesley Fisher. Callista Marie Fogelsong. Autumn Brene Frank. Logan James Friedel. Jesse Colleen Fuller. Madison E. Gangai. Brian Allen Gavigan Jr. Patrick Scott Gilande. Madeline Renee Glodowski. Zachary Lane Goring. Madison Gonseth. Jacob Randall Greenwood. Lacey Jane Hall. Connor Patrick Hannafin. Trey Hecadon. Julianne Michelle Hook. Caitlin McKenna Husky. Alyssa Jackson. Amelia Renee Jacobs. Clarissa Yvonne James Lewis. Kaylee Ellen Kiefer. Megan Marie Kimry. Natalia Dale Combe. Zachary Thomas Kuntz. Caleb Benjamin Lamastras. Tyler James LaRosa. Guillermo Laguna Rodriguez. Shelby Lynn Langford. Dalton Charles Larrington. Nicholas Tyler Lee. Sydney Jane Leal. Cameron Ryan Levitt. Kimberly Luisa Ramirez. Dylan Cades Mack. Cheyenne Grace Maddie. Maria Luisa Mafi de Silveira. Besnik Maloku. Mariah Lynn Mann. Jacob Lee Matlock. Andrew Jesse Maxson, Colin Ray McLaren, Grant Andrew McCullough, Tyler J. McCracken, Emily Rose McLaughlin, Brady Lee McMains, Travis Makoto Miyashiro, Bobby Clarissa Moore, Christopher Daniel Morris, Vandy Mosier, Amansi Chiazor Njoku Ibe, Kaylin Glenn Padilla, Naomi Pasi, Armando Antonio Payan, Christian Andrew Purcell, Josue Antonio Ramirez Villeda, Jordan Lee Reed, Austin Ray Reber, Jerome Anthony Dennis Reimers, Alan Retzler, Sarah Rickard, Amelia Elizabeth Robinson, Roger Arnas Robinson Jr., Matthew Alfonso Romero, Jacob Glenn Ross, Emma Marie Runyon, Lark Aisling Rudder, Isabella Suzanne Sacre, Adriana Elisa Salazar McKinney, William Kenneth Edward Samuels, Jonathan German Santos, Samantha Shell, Zachary Allen Schwab, Joyce Green Sells, Aubrey Joey Sesker, Stephen Andrew Shaw, Andrew John Sheehy, Cody William Simon, Mackenzie Christine Smentkowski. Blake Christian Smith. Michaela Marie Smith. Randallyn Renee Smith. Shelby Ray Smith. Austin Joe Sowers. Nathan Jeffrey Sowers. Ashley Nicole Spiegel. Madison Savannah Springs. Donovan Matthew Switalski. Cami Marie Tabor. William Umberto Tinsman. Lucan Lee Triggs. David Vincent Vandermark. Juan Sebastian Vargas Sanchez. Dakota Page Watson. Jane Catherine Welch. Linda Denise Weldon. Abby Lohman Wells. Maddie Olivia White. Angela Marie Williams. Blair Elizabeth Williams. Maxine Joanne Williams. Claire Elizabeth Wilson. Ian Wynn Wheaton Wilson. Mindy Michelle Wilson. Chase Mackenzie Wood. Logan Bailey Woodcock. Alex Young. Etna Zanelli.
Hello, graduates. You know, every graduation is a bittersweet milestone, a joyful celebration of your accomplishment, marked with, I'm sure, some sadness. The time spent with classmates, faculty, and staff has come to an end. The daily rhythms of going to class, socializing in the commons, the swarm, perhaps even the library, experiences with your house, and student life activities make way for new opportunities and adventures as you and your family of friends are going your different ways. As you are beginning this next phase of your lives, I encourage you to stay connected to Graceland and the people that you met along the way. Talk to just about any Gracelander, and they will tell you that some of their most cherished memories were experienced with the people that they lived and shared with here on the Lamoni campus and in Independence. Stay in touch with your friends, your professors, and the people who lifted you up along the way. By keeping these memories alive, by telling your own Graceland story to perhaps high school students, you find ways to give back to Graceland, and you can help ensure that future generations of students find the same success that we know you will find. As you are entering the ranks of Graceland alumni, the Board of Trustees looks to you to continue the rich legacy this university has brought to so many Gracelanders. Congratulations, and now be on your way to finding new pathways in life.
Graduates, at this time I invite you to engage in some creative visualization. Imagine that you're actually on campus for this ceremony. You're standing next to your best friends from Graceland and you're in your graduation regalia, your cap and gown. Reach up and move your tassels from right to left to signify that you are indeed a graduate, and to signify, too, that you are now a member of a very special group, the Graceland University alumni. As president of Graceland's Alumni Board, I invite you to embrace your membership in this group of more than 30,000 living alumni by always remembering where you came from and by staying connected with the Graceland family. These have been formative years that will shape you as you enter into the next phase of your lives. Go into that phase with the same vigor and energy you brought to your studies and life as a Graceland student. Fulfill the Graceland mission by living meaningful and productive lives. Come back to your Graceland often and join in helping future Gracelanders achieve what you have today. I am proud as a Graceland alum to have you join the ranks. Congratulations to you all.
Before we conclude, let's all stop for a moment and mark what has happened here today. Graduates, after years of hard work, today we formally celebrate that you have earned your college degree. This is a degree that opens up new opportunities for each and every one of you. And it's not just any degree, it's a Graceland University degree that you have earned. With that comes the tools to live a meaningful and productive life and the responsibility to make this world a better place. While you have experienced the power of together here as a student, please know that that continues forever. This is your university, this is your community, and this is your Graceland forever. Graduates, this is your moment. As you embark in this place, remember 3 simple phrases. Hashtag We Are Graceland, hashtag Power of Together, and hashtag Graceland Forever. The Graceland Combined Choirs, led by choir director Sarah Blessing, will now sing Alma Mater. The words of this hymn will be shown on your screen. Please feel free to join in singing as we lift our voices from around the country, actually from around the globe, as graduates and their families and friends celebrate your achievements today.
Gwendolyn Smith. I was the Graceland Student Government President for 2019-2020. It's my honor to offer a benediction, so if you would bow your heads with me. Creator God, today I lift up a prayer for my friends and Graceland University family for the graduating class of 2020. Lord, I am so grateful for the experiences that we have been able to share together as a class, for our successes and our struggles, because we grew through both. I am grateful for the community that supported us through our studies so that we could all be here today, for professors and staff and classmates and family, and for the faith that we had in ourselves. From first generation to legacy students, Iowa natives, and students from nations the world over, Lord, I am so grateful that we were able to come together here through this institution for education. I pray that my fellow classmates and I, as we head out into the world, find joy and purpose. We have faced challenges from the rigor of our studies to a senior year ending in a way no one had expected when we first set foot on campus. But we prevailed, and I pray we will continue to overcome the challenges we are faced with. I hope that in an ever-changing world, we remember the grit it took to get where we are right now, and remember we are capable of so much. These things I pray with great thankfulness and hope. Amen.